I know. I don't know if I should smile.
I know.
Or just be exhausted.
I know. Because we're here for a purpose. We have a video planned today. We're very excited about it.
I know, we are.
We're very excited. I feel
We
like
are.
this was like one of our original ideas.
Yeah, it's a long time
into this.
coming.
Yeah. And it's like gonna be a theme. We're
Yes.
gonna do like a little
It's gonna be a multiple episode
type
of
what am I
video.
thinking of?
A series.
A series.
There
Yes.
you go.
Look
Series.
at us. But we cannot go forward without talking about the elephant in the room.
Addressing the issue.
It's an issue.
It's Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
I have some choice words for them, but I'm going to keep this PG and just say fuck you.
So, we need to say the past 2 days has been very chaotic about getting Taylor Swift ERAS tickets.
No, I'm surprised I do not have a migraine right now.
Oh, you don't?
I know.
I do. We're very grateful. We survived the Great War.
We survived one of the wars.
One of the wars. It's a story. It's a story.
I know.
Please just like recap because I have no words.
I will, yes.
I'm still in my haze of like the Capital One pre-sale.
So
5 minutes ago.
Like every other Swiftie in the entire nation, we had our strategies, we had our plans. We were very lucky that me, Kara, and another friend all got pre-sale like pre-sale codes. We all got boosts, and we had not only a merch boost, but we had a Loverfest boost. So, you know, the plan was, me being the newbie, I would be like the backup if needed.
Burner. She's got a Capital One card. Like
right.
you hit 2 p.m. Well, fast forward, that got moved to today.
Right. So I was in charge of Capital One. I was just there with my code just in case we needed it.
Originally.
You were second backup. I was like backup.
Yeah, you were plan C.
So like we had our two OG Swifties like on it.
Yeah.
Been through it before. Like you've been through the ringer of Taylor tours before.
Yes, we have.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
So what happens? Kara gets in.
No, I don't.
You got kicked out.
I totally don't. I never got in. The site crashed probably 3 times for me. I never got past the 2000. You got in like no problem.
Literally, I'm like late logging on. It was 1:30. No, I'm sorry. It was 9:30. 9:30. Yes, for me to like log on. I'm in and out, and I got those tickets. So why was I getting through and you weren't?
I just think they weren't ready, which is like their fault because they know Taylor Swift's the biggest artist in the world. Like they should have been ready for this. Unprecedented. Should have been precedented.
Right.
You should have known that this was going to happen. Why give 3 million people codes when you can only handle 50,000? Like, I have so many questions. Again, I don't want to be negative. We're so excited, glad that we have tickets. But I'm really...
it's not... We're still angry for other people.
Exactly.
Like,
and I really feel like if there's anything, anybody or any group of people that can change this, it's the Swifties. So I really feel like we need to...
And the thing is like Taylor would back us up. I feel like she would think, because like she did it against Spotify, like I feel like she could come out against Ticketmaster.
I know, but like, what's up with this dynamic pricing? Like, apparently, the artist can like do something about that.
I have to say that she just didn't know about it.
Like, how?
I don't know. It's just like, how do you put out a statement saying your most ticket is going to be $4.99 and then that be an utter lie?
Yeah, it was just a lie. No, we're fine. I am sad for other people. That's really where it goes. It doesn't make sense. It shouldn't have been this complicated. They know how many people, like how in demand this is, and the strategy wasn't there. Like moment of silence and not in a good way.
Uh-oh. My mother's calling.
Go ahead.
Ask her where her tickets are. Hey, you didn't.
Oh, she didn't.
All right, well, I'm recording. You're disrupting the creative process. Alrighty, I love you. Bye.
All right.
Okay.
We just needed to rant a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel better.
Oh, no, I feel like an entire world was lifted off my shoulders.
A world. All right, well, I'm really glad because I'm really excited for this video.
I know. I hope it's like not boring.
No, I don't think it will be.
Okay.
I feel like the whole series is going to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this we've had an idea for probably since we like even thought about doing this.
Yes.
And that is to read the liner notes of all of the CDs and eras because I feel like it makes sense. Like we had this idea and we were like, but why would we go back to debut and go through all the eras? Hello, the Eras tour. Thank you so much because it makes so much sense.
It gives us a reason. And not only that, is we also know Taylor's version is coming. Of all the, of all of them.
I know.
So it's like, might as well do it before we get it.
Absolutely.
This is all going to be kind of us interpreting like her words and just looking like, because obviously like when she wrote her debut liners, like she didn't live the life that she is living right now. She doesn't have those lived experiences that we're going to be looking back upon and like just thinking and comparing. And I know I'm trying to get my like my brain thought going.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm just trying to make sense as I'm trying to talk. Reading back on our debut, like, there's gonna be different things that we'll probably pick up on that is gonna be part of, like, the 1989 era reputation.
Yeah.
Like, just different things that, like, will be full circle. And it's the beginning of her Easter eggs.
Exactly.
She also has, like, her little paragraph.
Yeah.
I mean, this one's the 4-page essay, but there's always that little paragraph or little blurb that she gives with every album, and then we'll go into the liner notes for the songs.
Yeah, and I feel like just to kind of have like a little explainer.
Our brain
is
fried.
So fried. There were so many people that are new, like Born Against 50s. Do they not know that she did liner notes? Like, do they even know what liner notes are? You know what I mean?
No, that is so true.
I don't even think about that because she stopped doing it.
She did, and I only knew about it, like, as I say, I'm a Born Against it. Like, I was a Swiftie.
You were.
Like, I was. So, like, I was there for Fearless, Let Me Speak Now, the debut.
Yeah.
I was buying those CDs, and reading those liners.
Yes. So, if you don't know, she would put, this was the start of the Easter eggs, because she would put in her little, you know, booklet in the CDs all the lyrics, because it was her way to incentivize people to read the lyrics, because she always said that's what her, like, most proud of thing is. And it's, like, obviously, because she's the writer, songwriter, performer, singer of our generation. Yeah. But that's always been her bread and butter.
Right.
So it just makes sense that she was like, no, I really want people to read these things, and I'm going to make a fun way for people to read it, because it's like her way to connect with fans too.
No, I agree. And it's also, you really do just like need to read and dive into her lyrics to truly get the full effect of her songs.
Of course.
Like, yes, you can listen to them, you can know the words, you can, like, jam out, but, like, until you sit with her lyrics and truly, like, look at them as a whole story, you're not going to fully understand.
You read them as poems. That's what it is. Yeah. And then she's giving you clues of, like, this could mean a different thing to you, but, like, this is what it means to me. Yes. And, like, here's a little insight as to what that is.
And being Taylor and how secretive she, like, was and, like, still is. Yeah. Like, it's everything. Any tidbit she can give us, we are going to take and we're going to hold on and ride on for dear life.
Oh, yeah. I think we just, like, go into it, because there's a lot.
I know,
there's a lot.
Literally a 4-paragraph essay. Yeah. With each album, she writes her little notes, and, like, this one's just a lot. And we have to understand who she was as a person. Like, she's 16. Yeah. So her first album, she's thanking everybody, and it's just so freaking cute.
So cute.
So it literally just starts off with, I love yous.
Of course. Like, just so grateful. Like, there's already so much to say about that.
I know.
The fact that she's putting her first album out, and the thing that she thinks of to do is, like, thank yous, and, like, people will be like, oh, thank you to my record, thank you to my parents, whatever, thank you, God, I love you, and she writes, we'll get into it, it's just everything, everyone, little moments she has with people, it's like she just takes these things, and you could tell she's just so grateful.
Like, that was literally going to be my word, she's just so grateful. Literally, first sentence, I love you, family. And I know, there's, what is there to stop there? But when you think about it from, like, the perspective of a 16-year-old,
I know.
Even younger, like, her parents left Pennsylvania to move to Nashville for her. Mm-hmm. Of course you have to start off your first album with I love you, family. Like, thank you. Dad, because you are my biggest fan, and I'll never get tired of the way you smile when I pick up a guitar and play. Mom, for being my best friend and my most trusted companion, even in times when you were my only friend.
Chills. Absolutely chills.
It's so sad.
I know. I love her relationship with her mom, clearly. Yeah. It's just, it's so heartwarming.
And her mom was with her through everything. Every car ride, every, like, interview, every audition, whatever it was, like, her mom was with her. When you were my only friend, that was just fine. Austin, my little brother, for being so much more brave than I could ever hope to be. My Aunt Allison, for being such a beautiful person.
Like, so namesake.
Literally namesake. I was going to say, is that, like, my assumption that middle name was probably after her aunt?
I wonder whose sister that is, her mom or her dad's.
Ooh, it's a good question. My aunts, uncles, cousins, and relatives, even the ones I didn't know I had, for making Thanksgiving something someone should write a book about.
I would read it.
I know. Now makes me think, like, was anything, like, any song inspired by, like, a little thing that happened during Thanksgiving?
I actually remember there's something in the Lover booklet about Thanksgiving. Her mom, they wanted to, like, deep fry a turkey or something, and they were, or maybe it was Christmas.
Maybe. Okay.
But, like, just these little moments. I just want
like Thanksgiving would stick out to her.
I know.
I love my mom and dad's friends who have been so unbelievably supportive and so unbelievably loud at my shows. I love my friends. Abigail. I love you because you are my best friend in the entire world. Can't wait to room together when we're 65 and wrinkly and living in Minnesota.
Oh my god.
We have to go into the Minnesota of it all.
I know.
Because at first when I was like, I've read this before obviously. Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, Minnesota.
I know.
Like, why of all places? But that interview.
The interview. It was like one of her first interviews at a radio station, and she's talking about, I don't even know if they were in Minnesota, but she just brings up the fact that she loves to do an accent of a Minnesota soccer mom. Okay, how do you figure out you can do that? Or are you practicing that in your free time?
Probably.
That's
bored.
Obviously a place that she finds that she could live.
I know. Minnesota.
Oh my god.
I love Allie, Kelsey, Catherine, Jeff, Clay, and all my awesome friends in Hendersonville. So that is her high school from Nashville. That is not her Pennsylvania school. Brittany Mack for being my first friend. I miss you. I love everyone who helped put this album together.
Brittany Mack, hold on. Maybe we don't know her, but she was in her wedding.
Okay.
Taylor was in her wedding.
So it's 1T and then AA.
Yes.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and to still be friends. When was this? In 2016?
Yeah.
Right before the downfall.
Yes. Oh, so she grew up with her in Pennsylvania.
Oh!
And they wed in Pennsylvania. I wonder where.
Represent PA.
Oh my god, I need to know.
Right, like literally, can you get married there?
She's marrying someone she's known since she was 4. Taylor known him since she was 4.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That is so cute. Oh.
Okay, I'm glad we had this little moment before we get to the next one.
Okay.
I love everyone who helped put this album together. Scott Borchetta for believing in me and actually doing something about it. Oh, he did something.
He did something bad.
He did something. Shake and Bake Radio Man. This is how we roll. Nathan Chapman, because he's the most amazing redheaded freckled faced little producer in the world, and I love your beautiful wife Stephanie. So of course we needed the Nathan Chapman shout out because he did he's the first, her producer that she chose.
Yeah,
that was their first album together in a shack. They recorded debut in a shack, her and Nathan Chapman, which she fought to have Nathan Chapman be her producer on their album.
We've talked about this before, but she's so steadfast. So she's like, this is what I want to do, and even at 16 to have the foresight to be like, I can fight for this. And she probably didn't even realize she was doing that. No. But as a girl in the industry that young, to be like, no, this is what I want to do and I'm going to fight for it and win.
100%.
It's crazy. It's so crazy.
I wouldn't even open my mouth.
Me neither.
But thank God she did. I mean, that's why she's where she's at.
Exactly.
So thank God she did that.
Exactly.
And he did Fearless and Speak Now, who's on Red, I believe. And
I know he did Clean on 1989. I think one other thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
She even kept him around.
I know.
It's insane.
I know.
So thanks, Nathan, for gracing me with your first album. Yeah. Liz Rose, you are my songwriting soulmate and one of my dearest friends.
Yeah. And special shout out because big day yesterday because
the
Grammy nomination. That's.
I feel like we need to take a moment with that.
Yeah, that's.
That's not another moment of silence, but just the thought.
It is.
All Too Well is what it was by itself.
Yeah.
The amazing masterpiece. Did not get, obviously, what it rightly deserved because we gave it what it deserved.
Right.
And then we got the 10-minute version, which is, if there's a God tier, this is an Olympus God tier.
Right, totally.
And the thought of that being finally nominated for a Grammy.
I know.
For, what was it? What is it, the best song, right? It's a Grammy she hasn't even won yet.
Song of the Year.
Song of the Year, she's never won it.
Yeah.
The possibility
I know,
of her to win it for All Too Well 10-minute version.
10 years later.
10 years later
for a song that we just accidentally heard about. She mentioned it in an interview once. I mean, and everyone was like, where is it?
And then still would not have got it.
No.
If
not for the re-records.
If not for the re-records.
I hate when people say everything happens for a reason, but in times like these, you gotta think.
Right. I mean, honestly, if she were to win that, it's another full circle moment.
Of course. The Grammys? For Red?
Oh my god, I know! That's it's so much.
Oh my god.
Video on its own for that.
So anyway, I brought that up because Liz Rose was obviously a co-writer with All Too Well, and just the fact that they had this emotional song 10 years ago and it just turned into this big thing and they had a little conversation. The fact that she's been a songwriter with her since debut. I know.
Robert Ellis Oral, you rock. Nick for breaking your drumsticks on my songs. Which song?
I need to know.
We need to know what song.
Wow.
And that's a
went that hard.
song.
Yeah,
I know. So is there like a version of a song that we didn't get that was like
I can see like the outside where it's just like
something. Yes. Oh my gosh. Tim for playing on my session on your birthday, and for everyone else who played on the album because you're that good. Chad for your amazing mullet and engineering skills. I love my record label. Jack Purcell for your Minnesota accent. Like, so that's where she had to have picked it up from.
There you go. Yeah,
that had to have been it. Yeah. Mandy McCormick for humoring me in my mailbox obsession.
That's such a 16-year-old... Okay, well, that too. That's such a 16-year-old thing. Like, you hear someone's accent, you're like, that's so funny. Right. And then you imitate it. Also reminds me of Joe with her accent, or his accent, and...
Like her making fun of it?
Yeah.
You should take it as a compliment that I got drunk and made fun of the way you talk.
There you go.
And it's just like so funny because like that's such an American thing for us to do. Is to take someone's freaking accent and just like go in on it.
Yeah.
Rick Barker because I learned everything about radio in ... Never mind. Ha. What? Like inside joke in this.
Yeah. She doesn't care.
She doesn't need to care.
Yeah.
Bobby Young, thanks for taking us shopping. Whitney Sutton, you're so organized and I love you for it. Jay-Z, because of that adorable laugh / nose thing you do. Like, these are just the little things that she's thanking people in her album for.
Like, to be clear, not Jay-Z.
No. No. Nancy Johnson for being my girl and pretty much being a genius. Jamie Austin for adding so much spirit to the label. Sandy Sipka Borchetta for being so creative, brilliant, beautiful, and buying me pretty things to wear.
Just shows how that relationship was so deep, close already.
It's like it just makes what happened hurt that much more.
Like the wife of the owner of your record label is taking you shopping, and you feel the need to thank her, and in the "I love you" section, you know, it's like that is familial,
and like for being creative. Like, what was she creative with?
Right. Wow. Yeah. True.
Penny Laza because you are a crazy rock star. Andrew Coates, if I ever walk into the label and you're not there, I will not know what to do with myself. Cynthia Grimson for your amazingly dry sense of humor. Ray Pronto for putting this big machine in motion. I love the people that helped me get here. Arthur Buenahara, thank you for signing a 14-year-old to a full writer's publishing deal. I will never forget that. In fact, I love everyone at Sony Publishing. Pat Garrett and Susie Dalton for letting my 10-year-old self open up for you. Harry Warner for being such a gentleman and having my back at BMI. Frank Bell for being so brutally honest about my music from the time I was like 12 and so supportive of my career now. Andrew Orth for the 14 years of great photos. Cindy Guagenti for being the most stylish publicist in the world. Jody Williams for listening to my rants about high school and being such a dear friend and musicologist. HHS for supporting me 100%, which would be her high school. Bob Taylor and Bob Borbonis at Taylor Guitars for believing in me and making perfection in the form of guitars. Like, she's thanking the guitar place that made her guitars.
Right. Like, does she even know these people, you think?
I don't know.
Like is it a small shop or is it like a...
I don't know. Like, is it the shop that she bought this, what was it, a 6-string guitar to make herself learn? Like, is it that shop?
Maybe.
Mike Millman for being a genius and the best lawyer ever.
Was he?
We're still undetermined. Sarah, Ed, and Jim at GAC for taking such a vested interest in me and putting me on TV. CMT, you're awesome. This is so long.
I know.
I feel like I've been reading forever. Trey Fanjoy, because you are such a visionary for directing an amazing video. Pete Fisher, you are amazing. Rod Essig for believing in me from the beginning and being so passionate about what you do. I love Tim McGraw for making such inspiring music.
That's so full circle. I love that.
And you kind of, I mean, being from her point of view and her mind, like, of course you have to thank Tim McGraw.
Of course.
You wrote a song about him, and that was, like, your big hit.
Yeah.
I love Faith Hill for being the most graceful woman in the world.
Oh.
I love you, Jack Ingram. If at any point in my life I ever amount to being half as cool as you, I will throw myself a party.
Hope you threw many a party.
Parties she threw. I love radio because I haven't met one person I don't consider a friend. There's like so many things, and like I've mentioned before, looking back now at that radio person that like literally touched her inappropriately and that she had to go through a whole fucking law case for.
Yeah.
It's just like, this was written when she was 14, 16 years old, and it's still like, we can look back on it and there's so many things that like still intertwine in her life.
Of course.
I love all my MySpace friends for taking such an active role in what I do. I will never forget how you all rallied for me from the beginning.
That's so cute.
Like,
she was big on MySpace.
Yeah.
That's where her interaction started.
She just thinks of it all.
I know.
I love everyone who's inspired me to write a song, whether you know it or not. This is gonna get shady. I love anyone who has ever turned the volume up when my song comes on the radio. Anyone who has bought this album.
You're welcome.
Like, if you're not blasting her songs, what are you doing? Anyone who can sing along to my songs when I play them live. Anyone who's ever requested my song on the radio or even remembered my name.
Oh my god.
My name.
Oh my god.
Like, do you think that inspired her for that line in Long Live?
Probably. That feeling, yes.
Yes. I mean, even though we had Fearless next, but like she kept that feeling.
But it had to be because she kept growing. Fearless is her first tour.
Yeah.
So, you know, she wasn't doing like a real tour for debut.
No, she was like
so
opening.
Fearless, it was like, wow, this is the first time people are singing my songs back to me and I can see them and they're here for me.
Oh my god, I can't.
I know, you're gonna cry.
I'm like, yeah, literally unwell. If you ever see me in public, I want to meet you. I will thank you myself. You have let me into your life and I will never be able to thank you enough for that. I love you and I love God for putting you in my life. Love, love, love. T. P.S. To all the boys who thought they would be cool and break my heart, guess what? Here are 11 songs written about you. Ha.
Well, you know what I have to say?
What do you have to say?
I also love all those people. Because they, and you know, even the controversials, because they put...
Spider-Boy.
They put all the dominoes in line.
Literally.
Like, I'm not taking away anything from her, but you know what I'm saying. Like, everything happened for a reason, I guess. For good or for bad.
I know. It's like you fight yourself wanting to say that, and because like we don't want anything bad. Like she should not have had to have gone through what she went through. It was terrible and gross and sick, but like what she was able to grow from it and what she got from it, I think it did a lot of us.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, I don't want to be selfish and be like, thank you for giving me everything. Because
like, thank you for having a traumatic downfall.
Right. I don't mean that. But I think for the masses, and it's just meant so much.
Yes, and the way it affects the lyrics, the music that she chooses, there's a lot of impact there.
So I think we got to get into the lyrics.
You do.
Like, the liner notes. I think we're there. Yes. Okay. So I think we just got to get into the liner notes.
Like, why do I think I'm going to cry already? Like, I just, something about debut, it's just like so nostalgic. I'm not.
But you might.
I'm not.
But you might.
But I might.
She's just such a genius for doing this.
No.
That's all I have to say.
I know.
Who would ever think to do that?
And for building upon it.
All right, so thank you. Like my own personal thank yous is to Genius for putting this all together.
Genius.com.
Yeah, thank you. So first track, obviously on debut, is Tim McGraw. Okay,
so with that liner note,
when we go through Tim McGraw and you pick out all the capital letters, we get "Can't Tell Me Nothing."
And what is that?
Which we were confused about.
We were.
But that is a Tim McGraw song that, like, obviously meant a special place in her heart.
It was her favorite.
That was her favorite song.
Yeah.
So when she says, "When you think Tim McGraw, I hope you think of me."
When you think my favorite song. I got you. It's okay. Brain stuff.
How embarrassing. It's like right here. It's right here. When you think Tim McGraw, I hope you think my favorite song, the one we dance to all night long.
And I will now.
Can't Tell Me Nothing.
It's called Can't Tell Me Nothing.
Can't Tell Me Nothing. She hears this song. That inspires her to write Tim McGraw. Now, when Swifties think Tim McGraw, we think Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And then when people think Taylor Swift, they think of, like, people like us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the crazies, the Swifties.
The ones that like deep dive into liner notes.
Hello, like it's us, we're the poem. Like it's
me, hi.
No, but seriously, it's like she heard this song and just took it upon herself to be like, this can remind someone else of me because this is my favorite song.
Well, and that's what I also love about the song and just like her genius.
Yeah.
Is like, okay, if you're just to take yourself out of it and be like, oh yeah, she wrote a song about Tim McGraw. And you're like, okay, like creepy, weird. But like when you actually read her lyrics, like, yeah, the song is labeled Tim McGraw, right? But it's not about him.
No, not at all.
It's like so nuanced. Yeah. And it was just like the way that it's written and like, yeah, it's called Tim McGraw, but it's only about the feeling of.
Right. Which everyone like relates to because everyone has a favorite song that they're like, oh, that reminds me of that person. Or like when you're in a relationship, you kind of it's like our song, like you know, you think of a song that encapsulates your relationship. It's like, oh, this is our song together. Then that song is always going to make you think of your relationship.
Stop. That's so because like that just made me like, you know, when you're younger,
exactly.
You're like every relationship has a song. Yes. Like our song is this, and that's what we just kiss to.
And then we get our song on the same album. It's too much. It's really too much.
That's just her. Like she started, and like she probably wasn't even like maybe she was thinking to like be that like intertwined, but like it's not like how she is now. But like it started from debut.
Right.
Of her,
I
different songs influencing other songs and pulling lyrics from certain songs. Like here we are on debut with it,
and it makes sense that it even connects like that, like on a
like meta.
No, seriously, it's like she was concerned about the theme of the album. You know, it's like memories. It's this. It makes me think of you. Makes me think of me. Like, you know, it's just so smart.
So thank you to that first boy.
Yeah.
Whoever you are.
Thank you.
And you were definitely thinking of her.
That's another thing. It's like we don't have the context like we do now of who, you know, every song is going to be about. And like it's not that important. Like honestly, when you think about it, because even in Reputation, one of her things was like, we have to find this because she didn't do liner notes obviously, but it was like people think, I'm going to butcher this, finding whoever the song was written about is like easy as a paternity test. Like that's literally what she said. So it makes you think like you can't pinpoint exactly one song is about one person.
Right.
So it could be about, you know, multiple scenarios that makes her think of something else. So in this case, we have no idea. All right. So next we've got Picture to Burn. This one is so shady.
Right.
Date Nice Boys. I'm obsessed. I love that. I seriously love that.
And it's just funny because like the theme still stays.
Of course.
It still holds 10 plus years later. Date Nice Boys.
That's it. She makes it so simple. It's just, that's what, it's either to herself, it's to everybody else. This is the message that I'm giving off because you're just another picture.
Yeah. Then makes you like think about her relationships and all of the non-nice boys she still dated after that. There's nice boys, but she was so traumatized or so like affected by the non-nice boys that she ends it with them.
Yeah. Wow.
Midnight Rain.
Oh my god.
Because he was nice. I
broke his heart because he was nice.
Yeah.
And she dated nice boys. She wanted
and
to date
nice boys. And she literally said,
date
nice boys, but I still broke your heart because you were nice. No,
that's too much. I can't believe you said that because now my whole like universe is off its axis.
No, but it's like it's so interesting because like if you think about
it is, and that's what we should be doing because it's like it's still the same person. Okay, so I'm gonna go on a little tangent.
Do it.
But it's so easy to look at her and be like, she's Taylor Swift. She's the biggest artist in the world. Like even in her anti-hero little prelude with the before Midnights came out, she was like, I struggle with the idea of like not being a person. Like she's a real person, right? This the same person that wrote Debut is the same person that wrote Midnights. So it's like right? Like she's not just like this person that we want to get tickets for. She's not a machine. So like we have to look at this and be like, oh, but she did break up with a guy because he was nice, even though she's telling herself date nice.
But this was that was also like after then going through the whole VMA situation. Like, a nice boy I'm thinking of is going to be Taylor Lautner.
Right.
Like, so of course, you know, you're going through all this, you just literally, you thought the whole VMA crowd was booing you. Yeah. You cried to him, and then you're like, I'm too messed up, you're too nice, you're too good for me, we're done. Wow. No, it's too much. Like, we're only on debut.
I know!
We're only on the second.
We have no context, and we're still just... But that's what I want to do.
I know.
Like, that's why we're doing this, because...
It's just to look back.
I can't sit still. It's like, it's really too much.
Track 3.
Okay. Teardrops on my guitar. He will never know. There's a lot to say about
There is a lot to say.
There is a lot to say, because it starts with, Drew looks at me. But she says, he'll never know, which is just a blatant lie.
Right.
She's so funny. She is so funny.
It's like
he'll never know, but I'm name dropping you.
It's 1000% her inside joke to herself.
Absolutely.
Like,
oh, he'll never know that. Like, I feel. I mean, the point of the song is like
he didn't know until it just dropped this whole album.
So I'll give a little credit to Genius on what this says, but song mentions the name Drew. The hidden message is sarcastic because it would be very obvious to Drew that the song was written about him because his name is the first word in the song. Like,
I just love, and I think I look up to her because, like, I can even look back on, like, her Ellen interview post the Joe Jonas breakup.
Absolutely.
Like, the balls on her.
Yeah.
On national television, on blast. Literally, in words, in writing, in a song, on blast.
And to go back to her just being the type of person that was like, I want to do this, so I'm going to do this.
Right.
There were probably people saying, hey, maybe you don't want to name drop this guy that you went to high school with. Like, maybe this isn't going to work out for you. Or, like, maybe use a different name. I don't know. She's like, no, I'm fine. I'm really just going to put his name in a song.
Yeah. And I have to add my own little tidbit from the music video. The guy that played Drew.
Yeah.
If any of my One Tree Hill fans out there, he was in One Tree Hill. He was the guy that, I can't think of his name right now, but he was the one that, like, tried to get Bethany Joy Lenz to cheat on Nathan.
Wait.
Haley and Nathan. He was in, like, the later seasons.
Okay, I didn't get that far. I know. I watched it so many times. I've stopped at season 3 every single time. It's a personal problem.
That's a personal problem.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, we'll move on from that one.
Okay, track 4, A Place in This World. I found this. There's a lot to say about this, too.
There's a lot to say.
And a lot of questions, I feel like.
Yes, and there's 2 different ways that, like, you can interpret
it.
So, like, the one way we were thinking about interpreting it, it could be the fact that she says she has no friends. She didn't have friends growing up. Her only friend was, like, her mom, and she was fine with it. But maybe, you know, now that no. I don't know, I was thinking, did she find, like, Selena at this point? No, it was, like, way off. But she's, like, now maybe she feels like she has a place in this world because they might not be her aged friends, but she has friends and people that, like, are with her and supportive of her.
So what's interesting, though, is on Genius it says that she wrote this when she was 13.
Oh, I did know that.
Yeah.
That was it, so...
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But so she probably did the liner notes later. She made it and I found this. So she wrote this when she's 13 and she's like, oh, I'm 16 now. Like, I'm so much better now. Right?
Yes, I found the place. So then that makes you think it is that second option where it's about maybe her in the music world and in the music industry.
Too. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So she later found the song when she was producing the album and decided to include it in the album. Thank you.
Like,
the hindsight.
I just love...
when
you're younger and you start off doing something, you suck.
Yeah.
You are not good.
I
know.
You
find your first song that you write and you laugh because of how terrible it is.
Absolutely. I'm sorry. I just want to add a little personal tidbit. The first time we ever recorded a video, talk about sucking the first time you do anything, that will never see the light of day.
Never. Here we are, like 8 videos later.
No, but even, like, we're old, and she wrote this when she's 13, and she's like, I'm actually going to put it on my first album. It's good enough to...
Right. No, it's so true. It's insane. Like, she was just a natural, innate songwriter.
Just literally nothing else to say.
I know.
The fact that she decided to put that on with the hindsight of, like, wow, I felt this so many years before, and now I feel like I found this. Right. But then, looking back when you're...
nothing new.
22, and saying, how did I know, like...
Right, I found everything at 18.
How can you know... Oh my god. I can't.
You know everything at
18 and nothing at 22.
There's that, and then I also love, too, and, like, there's other things that we'll go into that this does tie with, but it just feels like, once again, like, a little tidbit to her fans or to anybody that feels like they don't have a place in the world. Like, she's like, I found it, you will find it, too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, you can find it. Even if it's just you finding your place in the Swiftie community. Like, you found yourself, you found your people that you, like, us. Like, how embarrassed were we?
Stop.
I know,
still embarrassed.
Just, like, still, like, we're putting ourselves on YouTube. Like, when you go and tell people, like, oh, yeah, I have a YouTube channel. Like, they look at you like you're crazy, or unless you're, like, an amazing, already, like, established person. But it doesn't matter where you are or what place or where you are in life, like, you will find your people.
Right. But it's also a human experience to think that way. Like, I'm looking for a place in this world, and then you get to a point where you're like, okay, I'm comfortable now. Yeah. But then as you evolve and as you grow, you still feel uncomfortable in certain things, and it's like, then you grow more and you have the hindsight. It's just human experience.
I know. We need to get to the next one.
Absolutely, we're on track.
We need to get to the next one.
All right, so, wow.
No, that's fine. We need to get to the next one.
Okay,
I know.
Track 5 is Cold As You, and the hidden message is time to let go. I know. There's a lot to say about this one.
It does a lot for me. It does a lot.
There's a lot, please. Should I read what Genius says?
Yeah, read what Genius says first, because then maybe that'll spark some other...
Okay, so the Genius annotation is, according to Taylor, the song is about that moment when you realize someone isn't at all what you thought they were, and that you've been trying to make excuses for someone who doesn't deserve them, and that some people are just never going to love you. This message seems to be saying that after Taylor realized this person wasn't good to or for her, she decided it was time to let go of him. Moment of silence.
The amount of her experiences that this connects to is insane.
I know.
Let's talk about, like...
Go ahead.
I mean, we can even start the VMAs Kanye West. She didn't let go. It took her a while to let go. But... I'm just like throwing things out there, right?
Please.
I'm hoping now after Reputation, I'm hoping after Evermore, Folklore, like even Midnights, that maybe she's found that piece, time to let go of like what she held against Kanye, right? That could be a first one.
Okay.
I know. I don't know if you think I'm stretching, but like there's like even the whole like to me like Jake Gyllenhaal, like we're never getting back together. I finally am letting go.
Okay.
And then I mean if we're getting into it's time to let Calvin Harris.
Okay.
She knew when to let go. She knew she had to walk away. I know. You're like looking at me like I'm crazy, but I'm
like, well, I feel like you can name any relationship because that's like, it has to end. No, I know what you mean.
Yes.
But like, it's just, I feel like that's also a human experience because it's like you can go back and forth with people or scenarios and you're holding on to something and it's like, you know what? It's just going to serve me better if I just let go.
And then, right. And then to tie it off in a little bow. Our evermore.
Please. Okay, I was like, I'm hoping you were
Yes, I was getting there. I was building. Yeah. Or building there. Yeah. It's time to go. Like, so my question that we had is when looking back in her diaries, when doing through these re-records, like, you're not telling me she didn't read her liner notes and like go through maybe some stuff from like debut. If you're like reminiscing in them,
my god,
I could see her doing that. She's going to know like what she wrote.
Yeah,
and,
like in quarantine, like what was she up to?
Right, like what else to do?
Yeah.
So like, did she find that? Time to let go, and then was like, I'm gonna write a whole song about this.
Her mind just went elsewhere.
Yeah.
You know when it's time to go. I mean, it's right there.
Yeah.
She really took this idea and was like, you know what, I'm gonna make it just an extension.
Right.
It's like it's the same concept, but from a totally different lens, an older perspective. Mm-hmm. When you're 15, 16, like, cold as you, or the relationship, you're not good for me, I've never been anywhere as cold as you. And just to be an adult and be like, you know what, it's time to move on.
The fact that she was even thinking that at this age.
Right.
And then now,
that's why
that she wrote a whole song
crazy.
About it. And then also in that song, for her to, like, just talk about the mundane life of things.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, the son of the boss got the job that should have been yours.
Yeah.
Like, it's time to go.
Right.
Like, the dinner gets cold, chatter gets old.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to go.
Right. It's so true. It's like, it's not just
her
specific relationship.
Yeah, it could be anything.
It's anything.
You just need to know when it's time to let go.
15 years, 15 million tears.
Big until my knees bled.
Is there anything else to say before I start crying?
I feel like we did it.
I think that's
my little rant.
That was really, like...
I love that one. That was my favorite.
Me too.
That one, like, shook me to my core.
I know.
Because I want to know if there's any connection. I want to know if there was any inspiration. Only you know when it's time to go. Only you know when you're at your breaking point.
Oh, I'm crying.
Okay, next one.
All right, so track 6 is The Outside. And the hidden message is you are not alone. I know.
She's so, like, freaking an inspiration.
I know.
Okay, give me the notes.
All right, so we've got Taylor wrote the song in order to get her emotions out into song, but wrote it in a way that made it relatable for anyone who was going through the same situation as her, which she's continued to do in each of her albums. I was gonna say, okay, so this is just a general line about
no, I know. There's probably like nothing much, but I just love it. Starts off. She wrote this song in order to get out her emotions.
I know.
Like, that's every one of her songs. Like, tell me something
what else
new.
Did she do? Right.
Because
I feel like I need the outside, like lyrics.
No, right? I was thinking that. Could I ever try to be better? Nobody ever lets me in. But then it is cute once again, like the whole like you are not alone.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's meant for her. Right. Like it's a mantra for herself. Right. It's a mantra for her fans. If there's anyone that feels alone, like don't feel alone because you're not. Once again, the Swiftie community is here for you.
I know.
Whatever community you find where you have stuff in common with people, like hold on tight. They're there for you.
Yeah, I know. It's so wild that she was just starting and she was like in her thank yous. Thank you for everyone to even remember my name.
Right.
And she's created this community where people are able to just, I know something.
I have the chills. Like I am literally like
she's just able to make people feel not alone around the world. Like it's so wild.
Right. It's like her saying like with me you are not alone.
Yeah.
I mean, the next one kind of ties
into it. I know, I was
going
to say, the next one's so cute, too. Tied together with a smile, and the hidden message is you're loved.
Well, yeah, because it's kind of like, you know, you're tied together with a smile, you're faking it,
yeah.
but I'm coming undone.
Yeah.
It's like those people where it's like, oh, they're always the happiest,
yeah.
but then they're the ones that are unfortunately deep down struggling the most.
Yeah.
So it's like...
Again, it's like she could be saying this to anyone who's reading the book, the booklet, or the specific person that she wrote this about, you know, because this is trigger warning. It's about a girl dealing with an eating disorder. So,
but just like, would you have any idea, like that's what this was about?
No.
Which is also like a way what Taylor can do.
Right.
Is like take like the specific situation and then still be able to, like we said it many times, but just write the perfect lyrics to make it encompass everyone.
Right. Okay, so this message seems to be directed towards all of her fans and people who have struggled with their mental health.
which once again, if we're looking back in hindsight,
yeah,
like it's so crazy that Taylor wrote the song. If this was true, like if this is true,
right,
about a friend that had that eating disorder, to then now how many years later her go through the same struggles,
and be open
obviously
about it.
The same mental health issues, like if not even more, like worse mental health issues from the fame.
I know.
Like, do you think when the whole cancellation like was happening, like she had to listen to like Tied Together with a Smile to get her through?
I just don't see her doing that.
No, she's not.
I just can't see her turning to her own music and being like, I feel better now. Anything else to say there?
No, I don't think so. I just, once again, her statements, you are loved.
Yeah.
Come to my lyrics, read my lyrics, find my note, you are loved, and you are loved by me.
And I just love, too, that she has a mix of, like, tea.
Yeah.
You know, like, we'll get there.
Right.
But then it's also messages that someone can take and be like, oh, that's cute to me, and, like, take it to heart. Like, going through this message, you're like, oh, who's this song about? Right. Oh, it's about Drew and whatever. And then you're like, you are loved. You are not alone.
Right.
Like, that's so
like, you're
sweet.
smiling.
Yeah,
like, young 13-year-old self is doing that, and you're smiling. Like, Taylor loves me.
The next one confuses a lot of people because it's Stay Beautiful, and the hidden message is Shake and Bake.
Which is the guy.
Right.
Maybe?
So in the beginning, we have a little Shake and Bake, and this is the only one Genius doesn't have an annotation because what the heck does that mean?
I'm pretty sure we Google searched him as well and like really couldn't find him.
No.
Shake and Bake, Radio Man. This is how we roll. That's it.
But what's before that? Isn't
it's Nathan? It's the Scott Borchetta.
No, yeah, Scott. I know. So it's like, is that a continuation? Scott Borchetta to Shake and Bake, Radio Man, like Shake and Bake, right? There's nothing.
Right.
We have no idea.
Telling him to stay beautiful because like you helped this little. Pull up the lyrics.
No, it's Corey's Eyes Are Like a Jungle.
Right.
He smiles. It's like the radio.
Radio Man.
Interesting. I feel like we know that that's a real person, but
yeah, it's
curious
just
that it's
interesting liner for it. Right, so like I feel like maybe that wasn't for the fans. That was like maybe another like inside joke.
Yeah.
If not, like if anybody else has
any
insight, please teach us.
Very curious about that. But one that is not so hidden.
No.
Is Should Have Said No. Hidden message. Sam, 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 Sam. 6 Sams. She's really making it obvious that this is about Sam. There's photographic evidence here. Okay, so the Genius annotation is the Sam in question is Sam Armstrong, who dated Taylor when they were young. He was probably the inspiration behind the song Should Have Said No. Yeah, I just think so.
Yeah, another cheating situation.
Yeah. And he was like really trying to get clout over this. Like this picture over here is he's what did he say? What if I told you I dated her in reply to someone on Twitter?
Well, what if we told you cheated on her?
Right.
Too?
Why would you want that to be out in the open?
Right. Like you are the Sam in question. You want your clout.
Right.
For the song Should Have Said No.
I don't know what to say about you, Sam.
No, I know.
But you were disgusting and slimy,
and
we hate you. But thank you for Should Have Said No.
Right, but thank you for the inspiration. Should have just gone home.
You really should have said no. But then again, Should Have Said Yes is not as good of a song.
No.
Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so the penultimate song, Mary's song, and the hidden message is Sometimes Love Is Forever.
That's cute, right?
It's really cute.
Yeah. Obviously, she finally found her forever love. It took how many years to get there, but she did it.
Well, literally 16 since debut.
I know. Oh my gosh.
That's really crazy.
That is.
Wow.
It's just so sweet.
Well, 10, right? She started dating when they were 26. Yeah, they've been together for 6 years. Mm-hmm. Wow, 10 years. That's really cute.
And it's the 10th song.
That?
I mean, it's so much. Only in this time and moment that this works.
I know. True.
I was literally gonna say, I'm like, oh, what is it, about like 10 years? Haha, 10 songs. I'm like, no, it's more than 10 years. And I was like,
and it only makes sense because it's like the liner note, but
yeah,
it's so cute.
I read the Genius part.
Okay. So Genius says Taylor wrote this song about her neighbors who met when they were kids and stayed together throughout their entire lives, showing that some people have a love that can outlast time.
Like, even that's beautifully written.
I know.
Who's writing it? Outlast time. It's just so sweet.
I know.
Because, like, that is all Taylor, like, it's not all she wanted. That's not where we're going to put her.
Yeah,
but, like, you know, a lot of her songs are inspired. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Once again, I feel like it's her putting it out in the world.
Yeah.
You know, like, sometimes love is forever.
I know.
And I will find that. We're on the last one.
Oh my god, the last one is our song, and the hidden message is Live in Love.
I love that.
Me too. I just love that Tim McGraw and our song are the bookends of the album, and they have that connection.
I know.
Isn't that so cute? Like, she's so thoughtful about that.
Right. It was planned.
It was planned. So Taylor wrote the song for a high school talent show about a boy she was dating. The hidden message seems to be just a sweet thing to say about a relationship. That was good.
I can't forget about that. Like, a song she wrote for the talent show.
The talent show. And it's the closer to your first album?
And like, what is that? Was that her second single after Tim McGraw?
I think so.
Or was it that, Teardrops, and then her song?
Yeah, I don't remember if it was number 2 or number 3.
Like, and we'll get there with, like, Love Story, but it's the same thing with Love Story. Like, she just wrote Love Story and was like, I don't even know if this is really good. And then it's literally what made
biggest
her.
Thing. Our song. Are you kidding me?
And so I, like, mentioned this before, but I just love the whole, like, live in love. And the whole thing about the song is, like, it's not, you know, it's our song, it's the slamming screen door.
Yeah.
It's us talking to each other on the phone at midnight.
Yeah.
It's like you picking me up in your car and having your arm around me. Like, you're living in the little pieces of love. It's not like we're in love and we're always hanging out and kissing. It's like, no, it's like you just hanging out with somebody on the couch and like putting their feet in your lap and like just being like, I know. And like, well, this is love. Like, our love is like us sneaking out late, you tapping on my window and wishing you kiss me. I was riding shotgun with my hair undone in the front seat of his car.
Got a one hand finger on the steering wheel, the other on my... It's so cute how
like,
it's
do you think she took like a napkin and wrote down this song?
Probably.
Like 1000%.
She really wrote this for the talent show. I just can't even believe that. It's live in love.
Live in love.
It's just, that's so poetic.
It is.
Like, it can mean so many things.
Literally, okay, I'm already like interpreting it another way.
I know.
So, like, to her, like, love could be music.
Right.
Her love is music, so she's living in her music.
Wait, could it also mean live in love?
If we're not talking about people as being her love, but we're talking about love of the music and of the writing, like, that's what she does. She lives in it. She's breathing it.
Right.
Like, she's looking at 2 random people sitting on a bench with each other, and she's like, I'm gonna write a song about that.
Because she could.
Because she can. Because she's inspired. And she's living in that love that she has of music.
And it's about a song.
It's too much. What is she doing to us? Like, and the closer.
The closer!
Right, like, like there's more to come.
I don't even have anything else to say because it's just perfection.
Yeah, there's not much else we can say.
I know.
I hope you guys enjoyed this.
Yeah, this was so much fun.
I really... Did we say, like, this is our second time recording it, and I'm still enjoying it? We can't edit it out, but, like, I'm still enjoying it.
I know, me too.
Like we said, this is definitely going to be our series going forward. I mean, once we get that Lavender Haze music video, Miss Taylor Allison Swift, we'll have other things that we can, like, record. Yeah. But this is going to be so fun leading up to the tour.
Just to dive into the eras, I'm just so excited to just even get a little bit more into the depths, into the weeds, because like we're gonna get the ERAS tour and we don't even know what that means. How many of each songs are there? All new mashups? Like, we have so many questions, and this is just, I feel like, the perfect way to just kind of slowly dip our toes back into
prepare yourself, get in the zone. I know. I'm just like, this is so exciting. Who knows? Like, I laughed that we really thought this was gonna. We thought we were gonna be able to do all these liner notes in one video.
I know. It's probably an hour.
And then we like recorded it. I'm curious to see how long this video ends up being.
Yeah, we really thought we were gonna do all the liner notes in one video.
Like,
there's no way.
Who did we think we were?
Absolutely.
Like,
there's so much to talk about.
I know. We're only on debut. Is what I'm saying.
I know. Oh my god, we have no context.
No context for it. I'm scared.
Me too. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this. This was so much fun. If you have any more context to anything we missed, we would love to hear it. And we got Fearless next.
Yes.
So
like, comment, subscribe. Get ready for Fearless. We're going into it. And I even looked, and we'll get into it next time. Like, it's not even included on Taylor's version. Fearless.
What is?
The liner notes.
No.
It's crazy.
No.
So this is good for all of our new Swifties. Yeah. Like you mentioned before, full circle it back. It's good for our new Swifties. Yeah. Join us. Come with us. Take our deep dive into the Taylor eras.
All right. I think that's it.
I think it is.
All right.
Bye.